Hi everyone and welcome back to Miss Crafts Let's Layer. I am Barbie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I am here to show you how to make the super simple friendship card. I love this card. I love these two stamp sets that I'm using in this particular card because I think they are just so adorable. The stamp sets are Pretty Kitty, and we're using this kitty here, and we're using Bella and Friends. Look at that, it's so cute. And we're going to be using this puppy here and this sentiment, "You've got a friend in me." I think these are so cute. I love the little pups and the kitties. I am such an animal lover. I wouldn't call it a fault. For this card today, I have a piece of Whisper White. This is 8.5 by 5.5, and it is scored and folded at 4 1/4. The front of the card is the Wood Textures DSP, which I am so happy is not retiring from this catalog. I am super excited because I love the stamps, or this particular DSP. It can be used for just about anything and everything. So I have this particular one cut. It is, of course, going to fill the entire front of the card, so it's 4 1/4 by 5.5. A scrap piece of Whisper White to stamp the puppy and the kitty on, and then the lace. Let me grab that. The lace trim with a friend. The lace trim, and this is also really pretty. Yes. And the Berry Burst ribbon as well. So, real fast, I'll show you how I put the ribbon and the lace on the front of this card. I went ahead and just laid out my ribbon. The lace I have kind of going this particular way, and I covered this top piece of the lace with the ribbon. Oh, come on. Don't argue with me. And the piece of DSP, I want this side up because I think that I like the distressed look. So I put some snail kind of in the middle on there, and I just lined it up by eye. Wasn't too tremendously picky on this today. Just as long as it looks like it is as close to straight as possible. But your main focus is going to go to these adorable little critters on the front of this card. So I'm not too, like I said, I'm not too tremendously worried as to getting these particularly just perfect. And with the way that I do this, there's going to be a little bit of a gap when I pull this card front up. So I just kind of snuck in here with my snail and put just a little bit here under the ribbon to kind of tack it down to keep it from moving around too much. And there's the ribbon done. And sort of coming off, but it's going to move around just a little bit with, and come undone. That's why I like to probably over tape my ribbon, because you will see how I tape it down when I put it on the card front. I didn't leave myself too much of an overhang with this either. So I think that's part of the problem as well. And bring out my Stamparatus. Is already loaded with these cutesy little critters. So I'm going to go ahead and ink it up with the basic black. The archival basic black is going away, so if you like it, make sure that you get a good stock up on it now before it is gone. And I'm going to flip these critters around. Nice firm pressure. Look at them. I think they're adorable. And then, because there was not enough room to fit this particular sentiment onto the Stamparatus, I'm going to go ahead and ink up my sentiment. And this side of the sentiment is going to kind of line up with the pup's ear. So then that one piece goes just like that. Oh, look at that. I have a place where I can embellish now. Not a mistake, not an overstamp. Room for embellishment. So, an opportunity for embellishment. No need to get too worried about it. And I'm going to take out from the layering ovals dies, I'm going to take out the biggest oval here, and then I am going to go ahead and cut these guys out of here using my big shot, and I will be right back. Alright, these guys are cut out here, and I'm going to go ahead and show you how I put this down. I over snail my ribbon. I don't think you can have too much snail when you're trying to hold down a piece of ribbon. Just for the fact that I like my cards to stay together. I want the recipients of my cards, and I just ran out of snail. I want my recipients to get my card as I intended my card to be and not in pieces. Make your own card. Figure out yourself how this card is supposed to go together. It's not my cup of tea. And I like my tea. So, there we go. That is how I get this all nice and on there and glued down. And now I am going to go ahead and color these guys in. Now, I went ahead, and as you can tell, the puppy and the kitty, I think you can tell on anyway, are two different colors. This one, the puppy is crumb cake, and the kitten is Sahara sand. If you can tell that. And yeah. So, for today's video, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and bring out my Sahara sand, which is actually a paper pumpkin spot. And I'm going to go ahead and get myself my palette here. And then my crumb cake is a full-size Stampin' pad. So I'm going to go ahead and give that a hug and give me some ink to work with. And then grab my blender pen, my go-to. Now this is getting kind of old and kind of ratty, so I think I'm going to be having to switch it to the other end. I kept this end nice, and I have two others. They come in packs of 3. So I think I'm going to be switching out to a new blender pen end, I think. Now the crumb cake, I think, gives the puppy just a little bit of like a golden look. And that's why I'm coloring him in with crumb cake. just in case you were wondering. So I'm going to go ahead and continue on here with this puppy. If any of the legs are going to be darker, you're going to want the back legs just a little darker. Shade them in nice and good here. And then I'm going to switch off to the Sahara Sand to color the kitty in. And then to me, I think Sahara Sand is kind of a muted gray almost look. But then again, that's me and the way I'm perceiving these particular colors. And I have no idea what it looks like for you guys on YouTube. Every device seems to be different, it seems. I can't exactly color the color of my pup because my pup is black and tan, so wouldn't show up very well, I don't think. That and the archival ink is not to be used for coloring. I suppose you could, but your blender pen may never be the same. At least that's the way I look at it. Clear that off of my block. And then I am going to grab Berry Burst for the collar and the bow and the heart. And I'm probably boring you with the coloring, but that's the way it is today. And then I will go ahead and close these up, grab my dimensionals. Now I'm using 4 dimensionals on this. This is a kind of a bigger oval and I want to make sure that it stays put. And it doesn't bend or flop or any of the other things you don't want your cards to do. Get the dimensional backing off here. Put these guys down onto the card. And like I said, room for embellishment. So, I think I'm going to go with a pearl. My bag of fun here. No sense to start all over on the card if you make a little oopsie, because you can just cover it up with a pearl. And to make it look like it's supposed to be there, I'm just gonna put a few on here, a couple, just to say, look, there's pearls. And they're supposed to be here. It's not covering an oops. And there you go, a finished card. I hope that you enjoyed this, and if you did, please like, share, and subscribe. I have plenty of more videos coming your way. So, and until next time.